Hey guys, Matt with the Mad Catter. As you guys can kind of probably see, I'm sitting in our catio. Um, Last Friday, we had to go down and pick up a cat from the colony. It was a very old cat, and for those of you who follow the channel, you may remember last year a cat named Bubs that we helped. It was an old tuxedo cat, and he had some dental problems and he wasn't able to eat and he was losing a lot of weight, and we were able to get him some help and actually do a fundraiser, get his teeth pulled. He had to have all his teeth extracted, I believe, and so he couldn't be turned back out to the colony. And thankfully, Silver Whiskers Feline Rescue stepped in and took him, so he's at their sanctuary. He's doing really good. But his buddy, he had another bonded tuxedo that they almost looked identical, except Bubs had a little white patch on his upper lip, and his buddy JR didn't. So that's how we used to be able to tell them apart. They were both seniors. They could have been siblings. Who knows? Jody's remembered seeing the cat around the colony for the last 10 years at least. So. But this video is about JR. Unfortunately, Friday we had to go down there. I had to run down there. JR had been laying underneath. Well, let me go back a little bit further than that. Last year when we got Bub's help and we got him off the street, JR was kind of lost because I think they were bonded, and but he eventually figured out that the old caretaker was gone. All the cats had moved to another house across the street, to Jody's, and he kind of made his way there knowing that there was water and food and other cats. And but a couple months ago he started to slow down, and he kind of stopped leaving her property. He wouldn't go for his walks anymore. And last Friday, when I was out doing one of my filming sessions in the morning, I came across him, and he was in a neighbor's house next door to the colony, laying under their truck, and I'd remember seeing him there the day before, so he hadn't moved. And he had been showing some signs of slobbering, like he had some dental issues. He had lost a lot of weight, very similar to Bub's condition. So I spoke to Jody, and since Jody's spare room is tied up with Turtle, who's doing very well. So there's your update for Turtle. Turtle's pretty much recovered from her dental surgery. She's living in the casita. She's doing good. But Jody didn't have a spare room to isolate JR in, so I came down, picked him up, and he did show some spunkiness. That he got up and ran around the house a couple times. I had to have Jody chase him around, and we finally corralled him into a very large, soft carrier, and we brought him here. And at the time, we had little Golden Boy out here in the catio, waiting for his release from his TNR. So Friday night when Golden Boy went back, I brought JR out here. I cleaned the catio out. I set it up for him. We started giving him, whatever kind of soft food he would eat. We gave him the best stuff that we had. He didn't look good. He didn't look like he was in good condition. So I called a friend of ours that does cat rescue and also works at a facility, and said that, I gave her the story on JR, and she said she would come pick him up Monday morning on her way into work, and they would look at him, and she would do whatever she could to find some kind of placement for him and to get him some help if he had some bad teeth or whatever. But unfortunately, we just got the call, and I'm going to include some of these photos at the end of this video. If you don't want to see those photos, you don't have to. But JR had horrible mouth cancer, and they made the decision there. There was nothing they could do for him, and JR was humanely euthanized about 40 minutes ago. So today is kind of a bummer day for me. I get really attached to these cats that I film. Um, you know, this is the hard part of doing this, of trying to help cats, is, you know, this kind of thing. You know, it's also really horrible when you find them laying in the road and they've been hit by a car. Um, you know, there's all kinds of stuff that make this really, really difficult. So I just wanted to share some of the last video that I took of JR. I'm going to have some footage, the very last few clips that I took of him at the colony, including a couple at the end that were from when I found him under the truck. Then we brought him here. You'll have some footage of him here in the catio. We gave him treats all weekend. You know, he was feral, but he wasn't aggressive feral. He would let me come in here and sit with him and talk to him. And, you know, I couldn't give him squeeze up treats by hand, but I could put him in a bowl and push him to him. Sometimes he would eat with the camera going. Sometimes he wouldn't. He'd wait for me to step out. He couldn't eat solid food, so he couldn't eat crunchy food. He had to eat patéed food and stuff like that, mixed with a little water or mixed with a little, you know, if it was chicken food or whatever, we'd mix it with a little, you know, whatever we call it, the liquid chicken stuff. I can't remember. I don't cook, so I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. But, you know, he did pretty well eating. You could tell he was in pain. So I just got the word from Natalie that he just had cancer all in his mouth, down his throat. And so they helped him cross humanely. They humanely euthanized him. And it's just really sad. Breaks my heart. Really breaks my heart. Every time we lose a cat, it's, you know, you get attached to them. So I'm going to attach that footage, and then I'm going to come back, do a little more talking, and I think I have a little montage of photographs that I took over the last couple years of him out at the colony. I'm going to attach those, you know, add a little music to it. I'm also going to, at the end, you know, I'm going to attach the picture of his mouth cancer. You know, I want people to see this because I want people to realize how important it is, you know, to spay and neuter your cats, to keep your cats indoors. We don't know the history of JR, just like we don't know Bubs' history. I mean, they were twins, just about. You know, they could have been siblings at one time. They could have been born feral, although Bubs was very, very social, and that's why he went to sanctuary. But, you know, JR wasn't socialized. He wasn't aggressive, but he wasn't socialized. So just, you know, I really wish people be responsible. You know, we don't know his history. We don't know if that at one time they both had a family. Maybe the family moved and left them behind. Maybe they were thrown out on the street. You know, maybe they weren't related at all. Maybe they ran away. I don't know. We don't know the history, and that's what's sad. But this morning I asked Natalie to make sure that she was with him when he went, because I wanted that cat to know that he mattered and that there was someone there with him. So, you know, and she was. So she sent me pictures. She was holding him, and, you know. So, this is the hard part, folks. This is the part that kills me. So, you know, thanks for sitting with this video this long. I'm going to let you guys see the footage I took, and then I'll be back in a few minutes, and I'll wrap this up, and then we'll do a little montage of photos. And, you know, if you stick around till the end, and, you know, maybe I won't, you know, I'm actually not. I'm not going to include the pictures of his mouth cancer. I don't think I need to add that to a video. I'd rather people remember him the way he was. So there won't be any pictures of that at the end. If you want to stick around till the end, we'll just do a photo montage, and we'll remember JR that way. You know, I really wish that he didn't have cancer. I wish there was some way he could have gone to, you know, have a couple teeth pulled out and been fine, and maybe gone to live with Bubs until the end of his days. I don't know, but you know, a lot of times in cat rescue and in trying to help cats, it doesn't work out that way. So I hope you guys enjoy the footage. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, he's definitely not doing good. He's not even moving away from me. So I'm going to leave him some water here, and then later tonight we'll come back and get him. But he's definitely not doing good. Yeah, he's not making any effort to even run away from me. All right, well, after we release the TNR cat, we will be back down here to get him. And hopefully he makes it through the weekend, and we can help him, pass on Monday. Poor guy. All right, buddy. Here's some water. just giving him a little bit of pate food with some water added to it, and he seems to be able to eat it okay. All right, guys. Yeah, sorry, I'm all snotty right now, and you know, every time, every cat. So I'm gonna run a photo montage with little music, and that'll be my tribute to JR. Um, Definitely not gonna forget him. You know, he was a great old cat. I used to watch him and Bubs just, they'd cross the street together. They'd look out for each other. You'd either find them both laying together on top of a car in the summer, getting the cool breeze in the evenings and early night, or you'd find them underneath a car, together. Yeah, they were always together. So, but I'm going to run these photos and do this little montage for JR, and I'm always going to remember this cat. He was a great little cat. So people, please spay and neuter your cats. Please don't let your cats roam around outside. They don't belong outdoors. Um, I wish there were more homes. I wish there was more money. I wish I had made better choices in my life and did better things with my life to be able to afford to help more cats, because they all deserve it. Every cat deserves the best. So I'm going to continue trying to do whatever I can to bring awareness to feral cats, and to get people to spay and neuter their cats. And that's my little contribution. But I'm not going to forget this guy. So I hope you guys enjoy the photos, and I will see you guys in the next video. I will be going out to trap tonight, so maybe there'll be some footage if I get a cat, maybe not. But either way, until next time, remember to do something kind for cats. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and rest in peace, JR.